The mail's here. He rushed to the chute and plugged in his PIN code. The mechanism hissed and whirred, unlocking one of the most sophisticated security systems money could buy. A door slid open. In the antechamber stood an unenthusiastic android about 4 feet tall with a screen for a face. Finn could tell the android was unenthusiastic by the way it crossed its arms and tapped its foot. The words, "You have received an extra web gram," scrolled across its display. Finn felt a mixture of excitement and melancholy, the same blend of emotions he experienced whenever his parents made contact. There then appeared an image of 2 healthy, attractive people who looked a lot like Finn, except older, tanner, and less bored. Finn's parents wore matching safari gear complete with pith helmets and sub-ether goggles, making them both look a bit like android beekeepers. "Hello, Finny," Finn's mother waved. He hated when she called him that. His father grinned. "Hello, Phineas. We love you." "We love you so much." "Hi, guys," said Finn. "How's the safari?" "Absolutely brilliant," said Eliza Fogg. "We so wish you could experience it."
"If it weren't so incredibly dangerous,"
Barnabas Fogg added. "Yes, if it weren't so dangerous, we would love it if you were with us."
"You'd just love it," said Barnabas.
"The wildlife is incredible here on—"
"Elle, where are we today?"
"Neptune II, near the Frillian Riviera," said Eliza. "There are giant serpents you can ride."
"And flowers that spin cotton candy," said Barnabas.
"That sounds amazing," said Finn, and he meant it. Finn's parents had been enjoying a tour of the galaxy for the past 11 years. It had begun as a "let's go on vacation before we have kids" kind of thing, then transformed into a "let's make sure we see the eastern arm of the Milky Way before Eliza gives birth" sort of trip, then briefly a "let's just pop home and have this baby so we can catch our flight to the Horsehead Nebula" situation. In fact, Finn had no memory of his parents that didn't involve an extra web chat or extra web call or extra web gram like this one. 11 birthdays, 11 Christmases, and 22 semi-annual Child Appreciation Days had all gone this way. Mom and Dad off in some exotic location, Phineas alone, in his room, wishing he were with them. "Do you think maybe next month I could come meet you? Say on Ursa 6? Finn had his parents' itinerary memorized. No mean feat, as it was constantly changing and expanding, like one of those star-eating Newtonian blobs, but a lot more expensive.
"Next month?" said Barnabas.
"What's next month again?" said Eliza. "My birthday," said Finn, patiently, lovingly, furiously. "I'm turning 12. There was an awkward pause. "Let's play a game," Teddy offered. "You said I could travel with you when I turn 12, said Finn. He only reminded them of this every time they spoke. "Remember?" "Finny," said Mom.
"Phineas,"
said Dad.
"Finn,"
said Finn. "You know we miss you, Angel, but the galaxy is such a huge and dangerous place."
"Too dangerous," added Barnabas, "for a child. Why, your mother's been kidnapped 6 times this week alone."
"It's true, and a space wizard shrunk your father to the size of a proton for an entire afternoon."
"If anything ever happened to you," said Barnabas, his eyes glistening with real tears, "buddy, I just don't know what we'd do."
"If you're bored," Eliza added, "why not see if Goro wants to play apples to Gravlex?" Goro Bolus was not Finn's idea of a good playmate. He was Barnabas and Eliza's business partner, the bolus in Fogg Bolus, and in addition to being an adult, he was also the nastiest, creepiest adult Finn knew personally. "I'd rather not," said Finn.
"Eliza, get Goro on the line," said Barnabas.
"No, don't—"
started Finn, but it was too late. Eliza punched up the conference line, and suddenly the bulbous face of Goro Bolus flickered onto the screen. Bolus was an Arbekian, which meant he resembled, in the opinion of most Earthlings anyway, a very large bean. He was short, even for his species, and wore a pair of unflattering spectacles. The incoming call had startled him, and Bolus scrambled to cover up some blueprints on his desk.